dear students, I welcome you all, and today we will discuss about the Plummer-Vinson syndrome. So it is a precancerous condition. So today topic of discussion is Plummer-Vinson syndrome. So it is a precancerous condition. Precancerous condition in which Plummer-Vinson syndrome is a precancerous condition in which there is severe spasm of circular muscle fibers at the cricopharyngeal sphincter or the pharyngoesophageal junction. So Plummer-Vinson syndrome is a precancerous condition in which there is severe spasm of the circular muscle fibers at the cricopharyngeal sphincter or the pharyngoesophageal junction, accompanied or associated with the development of post-cricoid web. So there is web formation, and with this there is severe spasm of the circular muscle fibers at the cricopharyngeal sphincter. So that spasm and the severe spasm of the circular muscle fibers and the development of the web, this post-cricoid web, will leads to the stasis of the fluid, will leads to the obstruction. So what will happen? That stasis, so coming to the pathogenesis or the idiopathogenesis, that stasis of the fluid will result in the irritation of the proximal mucosa. So proximal mucosa will get irritated. There will be extensive inflammation because of the stasis of the fluid, and then this will lead to the anemia and dysphagia, and the irritation will go on, and later on this proximal mucosa will undergo into hypertrophy, hyperkeratinization or hyperkeratosis, and desquamation. So the stasis of the fluid will leads to the irritation of the proximal mucosa, and the ulcer formation will occur, and later on this proximal mucosa will undergo into hypertrophy, hyperkeratosis and desquamation. This is the idiopathogenesis. Now the incidence is more among the females, and that too of middle age. The etiology is unknown, so causative factors are unknown, but mostly this Plummer-Vinson syndrome is associated with stress, worry, anxieties. So as we all know, females have lot of anxieties related to their household, related to their children. So that can be the causative factor, and you can add stress anywhere in the causative factor or the trigger factor. Now the clinical features. So there will be stasis of the fluid, and that will cause irritation of the proximal mucosa, and that will finally leads to dysphagia. So the dysphagia is for both liquid and solid. So patient will have dysphagia, that is difficulty in swallowing both liquid and solid. Then anemia. So there will be microcytic hypochromic anemia. So the microcytic hypochromic anemia will be there, and you can add other features of anemia like lethargy, weakness, numbness, constipation, anorexia, and that malnutrition. So malnutrition will lead to because there is this dysphagia also, malnutrition, that will lead to the nutritional deficiencies. Then there could be abdominal pains or colicky pains. Also there could be, because there is difficulty in swallowing, so there is stomatitis, dysphagia, ulcerations in the proximal mucosa. So the web is formed, and there is severe spasm of the circular muscles of the pharyngo-esophageal junction at that region. So there will be stomatitis and bald tongue. Bald tongue means tongue without papillae. Tongue without papillae. Then there will be burning pain or burning in lips and tongue. So patient will complain. This usually features are present in anxieties also, especially the old age females can come with this feature. So you have to identify that these features are of Plummer-Vinson syndrome. So burning tongue, dryness, and there will be burning lips, ulceration, stomatitis. There will be splenomegaly. Splenomegaly is also a very important feature in Plummer-Vinson syndrome. So in investigations, you have to recommend patient for all the complete blood test, and for just check all the vitals, and just check if any nutritional deficiency is there. Then in treatment, we will treat the disease, like if any disease is present there, and if there is any nutritional deficiency, that then we will correct it by giving the fluids. Then there is anemia, so we will give iron tablets. And if anemia is too much, then we will give blood transfusion. I forget to mention in clinical features, there is spasm of the circular muscle fibers and post-cricoid web formed. So that will leads to the stasis of the fluid. So that stasis of the fluid, that obstruction will cause slippage of the fluid into the larynx. So if the fluid gets slipped into the larynx, so that is very risky. That can result in recurrent aspirations, along with that can result in, if the fluid get slipped into the larynx, so that will result in recurrent aspirations, respiratory tract infections, recurrent aspirations, choking. So if choking occurs, that can lead to death also. So choking, cyanosis. So this can be the complications also. If the fluid get slipped of, or the slippage of the fluid occurs in the larynx, then this can choke, or this can cause cyanosis or respiratory tract infections. In complications, there could be carcinoma of esophagus. So in complication of Plummer-Vinson syndrome, carcinoma of esophagus can occur. In treatment, we have to correct if any nutritional deficiency is present. We have to check all the vitals, then we will treat accordingly, and we will give the fluids if necessary. Iron tablets are given, blood transfusion is done if there is severe anemia. Also we will try to dilate because there is spasm and there is post-cricoid web formation. So we will try to dilate this by using the bogies. So dilatation is done by using the bogies.